let them in. Oh, we got a couple people calling. Just pick anybody.
Q&A. Yeah, call in.
Anybody can come in.
I don't lose, call in.
Alright. What's your question? You call in and answer it.
It's connecting.
Hold on, are we clear? Is everything clear? You can hear us? Thumbs up in the room if we clear. Sound clear. Video clear.
Yeah, Chiefs have much more clear now. They
Alright,
should
we need to restart. Who was that? You let in? Alright, I got another person because I'm just on the correspondent. I'm a gentleman.
Let me put this one.
Catch a little brother son. It's clear. Alright, and then let's get him in. Call in. It's
this shit. Okay, good.
There we go. Let's get it. Alright, bet. Who is that calling name up? Bella 333. When you answer, tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from. That's right. What's your name, where you calling from? Connected. She don't pick up. Make sure you scroll up on the comments too, because sometimes it freezes. That's facts. No cursing. You want somebody else? I think that's, what's that? That's the Bassin. That's the shit. I think it says Basenet. I'll remember him from last time. I don't lose.
Trying to get new people in here.
That's right.
Fill out every call.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Yo, I'm fucking with Nexus right now. Y'all was talking
Yeah.
Yo, so I got a question. How do y'all...
What's your name? Where you from?
Oh, I'm Daylon. My name is Daylon. My rap name is IDL. I don't lose.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. But
Jersey.
yeah, I was wondering, how do you guys get your income, like money and stuff?
That's a good question. You want to know. So look, right? The most honorable prophet and leader of Christ teaches us cosmic currency. Cosmic currency is your attention and your focus. This is what people lack because of the way that entertainment has conditioned our minds. Social media has conditioned our minds to only be able to take information in small little bits. And this has trained us to not have any focus on what we want. This is what you do, right? Cosmic currency 101. You put your mind, you put all of your attention, all of your focus on what you want. Uphold your morals. Because you just can't focus on what you want and do anything with it. You have to be moral, you have to be righteous. And the universe is going to give you avenues and ways and support that's going to seemingly come out of nowhere to make sure you go to the goal that you have in mind. If you have a pure heart, if you live in righteously, contrary to that evil system that say you need dollars, you're going to be all right. Because look at everything around you. The trees, the birds, the ducks, all of these creatures don't have not $1. Dude had the nerve to ask me in the comment section earlier, how you gonna live without money? I told him, look at everything around you. How many dollars you think a dog got? None. A bear don't have a credit score. Why are we trapped in this lower self paradigm of thinking that God and money are the same thing? If you take away that money and implement morals where I look out for you because I know that you are me and that I treat you like God, you don't need no money. How much money does a tree charge for fruit? How much money does a river charge for water? How much money does the sun charge for sunlight? Nothing. All we gotta do is focus on what we want and live righteously, and the same universe that take care of every creature on this planet gonna take care of you, bro. Are you not greater than these animals?
I'm like just as equal to these animals. That what you saying?
I guess that's what I'm gonna add. I basically wanted to chime in because It says in the Bible, and a lot of people are utilize this as a reference. It says, "Seek ye the kingdom, and everything else shall be added unto you." So you have to understand when you're doing God's will, when you're doing the right thing, you will get paid for your deeds. It's what they call karma. When you're doing good upon the universe, when you're doing good upon the reality, and you're really helping people, this is when you get your money. You shouldn't be doing things to get money. When I left Babylon, I didn't leave and be like, all right, quit my job. Like, okay, cool. I need to get money and I need to try to find a way. No, I was focusing on the tropics. I was literally doing the necessary steps. I put myself in solitude. I stopped being around the people in my environment. I stopped watching TV because of the subconscious programming of the commercials. You got to understand your mind is like fertile ground, and the thoughts that come in your mind are like the seeds that plant. And when you feed them enough, you water them enough, eventually they grow. So you have to understand that whatever you're being bombarded with or whatever you're feeding your subconscious mind, that is what's going to dictate and control your reality. Remember, your subconscious mind controls 95% of the brain. You have to understand that you are projecting your reality. What you put inside of your mind will reflect back to you. So you have to make sure that you're abiding by these moral principles. Like we said, if you just follow moral law, moral principles, if you're a good person, you will get that back in your reality. If you're a negative, bad person, you can look in your environment, you can see how negative people get a negative response and a negative reaction within their reality. So it's just very, very simple. It's not even hard to digest. Just understand that if you do good things and you make sure you're living in tune with nature and you're finding the information, you're proclaiming the kingdom, and you're seeking ye the kingdom, and everything else shall be added unto you, that's it. That's all you need. You just got to make sure you're studying the 5 sciences and you're proclaiming. And you've got to make sure you're always acknowledging and giving reverence to where the knowledge comes from, the source, the most honorable process of the healing Christ. That's the first thing you have to do. You have to always acknowledge, just like we must acknowledge the tree, we must acknowledge nature for giving us the resources that we need to thrive and sustain our own life. You have to do the same thing with the sources of knowledge that you get from. Otherwise, you're being honorable when you're going outside to the morality.
It's a fact. The Messiah, the honorable prophet, the leading of Christ. He showed us how to have faith. He's actually showed us how to walk on water. That's what this is. Cosmic currency is all about focus. Whatever you focus on will grow. So what you need to learn how to do is to know that you're God and have faith that the universe will provide for you so long as you're doing the right thing. I think about it like this, right? Forgive before you forget. I love this because think about it. It's forgive. It's to give something before you've received anything. Always be thinking about what you can give. And the universe is a mirror. So that means the universe is going to give to you. As long as you're giving from your heart. This is why if you had more, it's going to be money, because you just take care of people from your heart. You would give what you have to offer from your heart. And you better believe the universe is going to give to you. But if you're thinking about what you can get, you can always think about what you don't have. This is like praying for failure. Don't think about what you don't have. Don't think about what you need really too much. Stay focused on what you need to do. Like when money was low, I hear stories from Chief all the time. Like when money was low for them, he said, "Fuck it, time to go hard." And he'll go and do a download. He'll go with his
he just showed me that video too.
He'll go on the download and give people the buying on the stuff. Tell me what's more valuable than that. And he does this for free. Where he easily can charge money. You can easily charge money for that. Easily. This information, type knowledge in the universe, on this earth plane. It's real. This is it. This is it. There's nothing closer to the truth than this. This is the truth. So you have to proclaim the kingdom from your heart. Truth. Like the music, I see your bro over there. Like what you guys gotta be doing. Yeah, you man. The music that y'all doing. Bro, like you're not proclaiming the kingdom, you're not going to get back as much as you want from the universe because you're really not putting anything out. You're really not giving any substance. You're not giving them anything with value. You're actually taking value away from people. Right? So if you are giving them divine knowledge yourself in your music, and that's what it was about, oh yeah, you're going to be taken care of. The universe is going to guide you and take you exactly where you need to be.
You want to know something? Like, I just recently came to the realization that, like, after y'all told me that day, I was like, nah, I gotta switch up my whole music thing, because I'm never gonna be able to live my dreams being in nature if I'm just giving my energy to my lower self. So I literally changed up my music. It's all like God. It's just proclaiming the kingdom of God. Straight up, bro.
Yo, look at
Like,
Price.
I gotta cut this shit off. I gotta cut this shit off.
Look at these two guys. These niggas are talented and shit.
Yo, I just watched Negro Pen. Yo, I just watched Negro Pen. Negro Pen had a music video.
Man,
It's high yourself.
Definitely got reached. Like, and it's funny because they come up with so much music, all they flows, and everything is straight knowledge, straight
To be the truth,
bro, learn yourself, study, find your, like, look at your depth chart, study yourself, find the value in that, and give that value to yourself. Put it out into the universe, bro. Cosmic currency 101.
I'm telling you, you gotta
Stay focused.
look at, and then look, understand this too, but I want you to understand this, right? You're recording yourself.
That's true.
Everything you do, it's not gonna go unnoticed. You're gonna play back your whole life, bro.
That's a fact.
Now look at other parts of yourself. They represent a part of you. All of these rappers that's doing what you thought you wanted to be doing. Is that what you want to look back and look at yourself? Look at Red.
Yo,
Trippy Red gonna look back at his life and help people be ignorant.
He just gonna come right back to you.
Their lower self. Now, he helped promote weed. He helped promote ignorance. Everybody doing that. Don't you want to be a leader? Don't you want to be something different? Don't you want to look back at your life and say, you know what? I had enough courage not to fall in line with what everybody else was doing, but to make a change, because we know, right, that if you want to change, you have to be the change you want to see. You can't wait for somebody else to do it. And in the age of information, right, you don't have no excuse, bro. Everything that you're doing right now in the age of information, the excuse of being ignorant or the excuse of saying I don't know is no longer valid. Because everything you do can be objectively supported by facts and scientific evidence. Like I told you the other day, I can prove objectively that you shouldn't dye your hair red. I want you to understand is that your example at all times, I want you to remember this, at all times, you're either leading people deeper into their dumbness and their ignorance, or you're bringing people out of their ignorance. Right now, I want you to look at yourself and ask yourself, what you're doing with your energy. Are you guiding people towards their lower self or their higher self? Be honest.
I feel like I got people to the higher self by being myself, because this is different. But by dyeing my hair, it's ignorant because I'm basically taking out the technologies of my hair and I'm not acknowledging it. So like, this, I feel like there's two sides to it when I look at it like in a positive aspect, but I can't also overlook the negative aspect. I gotta like transmute that to a positive. You feel me?
You can't base your life decisions in subjectivity.
I want to give them something. Charge it to the system, bro. What you did, I did. I had my hair braid, I had the Travis Scott braids, and I had all the tips. I had all blonde and all the tips. And I was just like you, bro. I love that. I love tripping. All of them. The thing is, I charge it to the system, bro. Put it on the system. Charge it to the system. Take the L. Take it as a lesson. Now you know that there are two sides of it. But which side are you going to stay on? Are you going to stay on the lower self? Oh, well, I fucked up. Side, no. Like, now you know better, bro. Like, okay, you fucked up. Now you know the truth.
Like, you know better, you better do better. That's the gift of having the knowledge right now, is the fact that you're able to apply it. But commonly what people do is they get the knowledge, but they don't apply it to their life because it's abuse. There's not use to them. A lot of people are so deep within their own program that they're not even able to accept it, my dude. So you have to understand, like, what you're given, you have to look at the knowledge you've been given. You have to look at it like, wow, like, this is amazing. Like, you have to embody it. That means you have to literally eat, sleep, everything this. You know what I'm saying?
I was just telling him this shit. I mean,
you can't keep playing both sides of the fence. You gotta either. You can't be kind of in your higher self and kind of in your lower self. You have to choose commitment. You have to say, this is what I'm going to do. And if you when you truly realize the state of Babylon, you're going to prefer death than to stay in that system. You're going to be willing to risk everything to get out of that system and go into your higher self, because truly, living in that system is to be dead. It's already dead. It's a state of emergency, bro. Like, that's another thing you start thinking. Yeah, it's a state of emergency. You have to have a sense of urgency about what you're doing.
You have to understand, like, damn, like, this is really fucked up. When this is really messed up, when you look at that water, when you look at the chemtrails, when you look at the lack of food and how things yeah, it's a state of emergency. That's why you should come over to album called State of Emergency. Like, literally, like, and then give honor and praise to the most honorable prophet of the Christ, because he's the one who really started the movement. Like, I was in Babylon. I went through all the teachers and schools. No one was telling us to go to the equator. No one was telling us to get to a natural environment. You understand me? So when everything's being exploited, yeah, it's real.
Yeah. On what she was talking about, she said something in the room. She said you cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one and hate the other. But I want to combine that with the 3 C's that the honorable prophet and leader of Christ has given us. The 3 C's to success. So you want to talk about how you make money. You want to talk about positive currency. You want to be successful. It's really what you're saying. But in whose system? Who you want to be successful to? You want to be successful in the lower self? If you want to be successful in your lower self, commit, communicate, and stay consistent. Be a demon. Be a super. If you're going to do it, do it. If you're going to be in your lower self, it's be in your lower self. But if you want to play around and go into your higher self, do it. Commit to being in your higher self. However, if you want to be in the middle ground, you ain't going to be successful as shit. You ain't going to be neither one. You ain't going to make it into the kingdom, and you're going to be a sorry ass nigga there. And you already know too much to stay in that system. You already know too much to stay there. So at this point, you need to the 3 C's to success: commitment, communication, and consistency. The race isn't given to the swift and strong, but those who endure to the end. So once you make a decision, you commit. But nothing like cut off your arm if it gets in your way. Pluck out your eye if it gets in your way. Like by all means, you want to act like you hard enough. Show perseverance. Show endurance.
People talk about loyalty to the streets. Why don't you have loyalty to nature? You know what I'm saying? You should be loyal to your mission. You should be loyal to what you're doing. You know, that's the real loyalty you have to have.
I wanted to say something too about the responsibility of getting power. When you're given power, because we know that knowledge is power,
You need to give it back.
you have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm about.
Right, but what I wanted to say specifically is you have to filter that power through morals and principles. You see a lot of demons, they're funny because they say the same thing over and over again. It's like a lower self chant. They have this thing where they like to say, how can you follow another man, or how can you call another man your Messiah, yada, yada, yada. They don't understand the honor and respect, the morality of acknowledging where you get your information from. Let's say you came out with a song, and I'm out here in the streets, rapping and singing the song like it's mine. How does that make you feel?
Exactly. I know what
That makes
you're
you feel like you was robbed, right? That makes you feel like something was taken from you. You deserve the credit, you deserve the honor for sparking and being the source of that song, right?
Yeah.
The same thing applies here. We have to acknowledge and honor the most honorable prophet and leader of Christ as the source of our knowledge. The only reason that I'm powerful is because of the most honorable prophet and leader of Christ. As soon as I step outside this mind frame and think that, oh, I'm powerful, I'm the one that did this, the universe is going to snatch all of that power away from me. Or I'm going to consume myself with that power.
Right.
Yeah. It is very dangerous to be power and not acknowledge the source. As long as you acknowledge the source, you remain powerful, you remain honorable, you remain respectful, and you remain righteous.
Right.
I always acknowledge my source because I was like, bro, like just before we went on live with you, I was just showing him videos because I was like, yo, we gotta get in nature, like we gotta start proclaiming the kingdom of God, like we really need to do this, bro. And then he was like, but like, what about money? I'm like, bro, don't worry about money. It comes with just be doing the right thing. You feel me? Exactly. You know, it's like I was showing him videos of Master Chief. He was talking about examples how he was like has $0, like the money just kept like falling out of his account and stolen. And then y'all, he ain't told y'all just put in the work and just do the right thing. And then what happened? Y'all got 30,000, and the money ain't shit because you just doing the right thing. So I was like, that's what I told him, like, bro, like we just have to do the right thing. Like, don't worry about money. That's what they want us to do. That's what our lower self wants us to do.
It's simple. This is basics. It's not like complicated. It's not no secret formula, bro. It's be a righteous person, do the right thing. Like it's focus. It's just focus.
Incarnation is an example. I like how you brought that up too, because I've been here for 3+ years, and literally I've seen miracles performed, bro. Like times we didn't have nothing, and we were just provided for. Like source came through. Like we were on the last, we were like, shit, what are we gonna do? And then we're like, wait a minute, we already know what to do. Just keep progressing,
Exactly.
keep pushing forward. Shit, understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to understand. Like it's cool. Like you're gonna be good. You just have to make sure that you keep your eye on the prize and make sure you're just doing what you're supposed to do. Use your gifts. Your gifts are given to you for a reason. Your gifts are gonna be the things that you're gonna use to proclaim the kingdom in order for you to get what you receive from you.
On that note, there is something else to do some knowledge. Is the subconscious mind a reason why y'all still ain't doing the right thing? Like you know better. Consciously, I understand. Consciously, you don't know better. Clearly, you know better. Clearly, you consciously know what you got to do. But for whatever reason, you're not. Why? It's the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is running the whole show. 95% of everything going on is your subconscious mind. That 5% that's talking to us around, like, oh, I know what to do. Yeah, hey, I was just doing this. That's the conscious mind. So now you have to consciously reprogram your subconscious mind. So how do you do this? You go into nature. You surround yourself with green and brown. You get away from that system for a little bit, and you figure out who you are. There's so many people's energies that are rubbing off on you right now that you can't even identify. There's so many people shit that you're taking on right now you don't even understand. And you think it's yours. You think it's you. So you're playing out your environment, and you don't realize that you're living a lie. So what you need to do is go into nature, get you a tent, get you some solar panels, whatever it is that you need, get you some fruit, and go out and isolate. Go live in nature. Like I slept at the beach at first. After the beach, I still want to get further away. I found the nature reserve. I went off the trail, and I found a little spot, set up a tent. I was out there for a couple of days, running around butt naked, reading the Bible. So like, real shit. That's what I did. And instantly, I started like, yo, I'm dope. I'm God. Yo, I'm it. Then it's trust me. Once you reprogram your subconscious mind and you walk back into the city, you'll be like, oh hell no, this ain't what it is. I got to go there. That's what you need to do. It's gonna be very clear.
That's the thing though, bro. It's like,
What you were saying now?
I was saying that's the thing. Like in this season right now, it's mad cold outside, bro. It's like 20 degrees. I'm
True.
like I can't go out there in this degree. So like I'm trying to get my money together so I can leave. Cause like this shit, like this is not meant for like melanated people. I just know this shit. Like you can't start
meant for nobody. It's not meant for nobody.
I know it's the winter. We in the tropics. I'll come get us the winter sometimes. This is really supposed to be very clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even really wear a shirt right now. I'm good.
I want to.
Like what you experienced right now, you're talking about the cool weather. That's actually what we're talking about as far as being having rest, and then sleep. Right now, you're asleep. Right now, you're dormant. Your genes are dormant. You figure inside, you're literally in it. Probably that dormant. A lot of you are gonna call it. It's funny, but it's real. Like y'all are literally dormant. You're sleeping because you're not able to. Your genes, your expressions are asleep. They're not. You know what I mean? So you have to understand on the genetic level what it's doing to you, and it's affecting your behavior. There's actually something called seasonal affective disorder, which is the SAD for short. And basically, what it is, you're sad, you're depressed. That's real. You're not getting enough. You're not getting enough sunlight. You're not getting the proper amounts of oxygen. You're not even getting good water, clean water. All of this are affecting you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's cool.
I'm gonna talk about the cold, and there's 2 points about subconscious mind I want to talk about. I know how you feel if you're in cold weather right now. I was in Korea, bro. It was -2 degrees outside, bro. And it was like a big wake-up call for me because I was like, what am I doing, bro? What am I doing? Is being in 2-degree weather worth the paycheck, bro? Is it worth, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And you know you deserve to be in an environment where you don't have to endure that. I ask people all the time, if you didn't have to endure a winter season, would you? And usually the response is no. Right now you feel like you have to because it's all you know, you've gotten used to it, your subconscious mind is cool with it, so you think the only thing you're supposed to do is put on a jacket and some sweatpants, but truly that is supposed to be a clear indication. Look at the animals. The animals don't put on jackets and sweatpants and butt hats. The animals, they go. They go. When it's time for winter, they know it's time for them to dip. we're the only creatures foolish enough to live in an environment that we're clearly not biologically designed to be in. No fur, no blubber,
Right, no fur.
no nothing. But we stay. The only animals that's supposed to be in cold weather are animals that are designed for that. And it is clear we are not those animals.
Nah.
And I want to take that point back to the subject of mine, right? I started looking at myself like an organic computer. The most honorable prophet in the year of Christ teaches us that we're organic devices. As an organic device, I get to decide what I upload into my program, my software. Everything that I'm looking, listening to, eating, thinking about, that is the reality that I'm going to download. Whatever you upload, that's what you're going to download. When I knew that, when I understood that, I had to stop watching certain things. I turned the TV on. I stopped listening to Gucci Man and T.I. and Young Thug. I had to let that go. I stopped being, I even had to stop, listen to me. The people are the greatest source of information, the greatest source of energy. You can clean yourself up, listen to the uplifting music, eat good food, clean food, drink the purest water. But if you're around them same toxic people, you should get in predicament, because just being in that field is training your mind to be in a lower vibrational state. Right? You have to get away from all of it if you truly want to reach your higher self. You have to.
You cannot vibrate higher than the environment in which you came from. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I mean like you have to leave that environment. Your mind is going to reflect that environment because it's all there to keep you at a frequency of thought. It's like a polar bear goes to an unnatural environment. It's going to be, dictated by that environment. It's going to have to play by the rules of that environment. So you have to understand, like you said, you're an organic computer. You know what I'm saying? So you put in.
Also, there's some questions that I seen, and also you were saying something is like it's cold. But right now, really, we're connected to nature for you. Mm-hmm. So stay connected to us. You stay in communication with us. It's symbolic of you staying in communication with your higher self.
That's right.
Like,
Yeah, for real. That's why I've been watching so many of y'all videos, because I feel like this weather is really like fucking with, it's really messing with my vibe. And it's like it's not serving me no good. You feel me? So like when I watch Carbon Nation, I literally automatically brings me to my higher self. I'm tuned in. Like I'm not like distracted. Nothing can distract me from that download. You feel me? And I also had another question. So like I feel like I used to say the M word with the hard R because I would be ignorant and I would make lower self jokes and I would laugh with my lower self. And then I realized that if I keep doing this, I'm gonna reincarnate back in that time because time is infinite, and I'm not understanding how ignorant and how that word was like used against myself. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm sitting here joking about it, and then I realized like if that was such a bad word and that impacted our people so much, why do we change it to with the A at the end? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can go into that into a couple of different ways, you know what I'm saying? But really, that's not going to do, how's that really going to help? You know what I mean?
I feel like it's like people think it's like
it's like not really the word itself. It's like the intent and the energy behind it. Because all of it really is energy. Language is actually really clunky and confusing, you know what I'm saying? Really, it really is just energy. Like, I come from a background like, you say nigga like nothing. You say like nothing, like, and it's weird for me. Sometimes it's weird for me to not say that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, shot, and it's natural. That's just like me connected to my root chakra. That's like where I came from. It doesn't justify what the European did. It doesn't justify the European subconscious mind. Like, don't support that. Don't get too caught up on thinking about that. What you need to be focused on is how do you ground in the cold? How do you stay connected to us, be connected to your truth. Like, don't worry about those fucking semantics, bro. That shit's a distraction in itself. Like, grounding. I'm gonna tell you how to ground right now because people are asking me in the room too. You have a socket in your house. They'll have 3 prongs in the socket, right? There's a 3rd prong at the very bottom. That's for electrons. When you connect your feet to the earth, you're receiving the free electrons that the earth has to offer. So what you want to do is we actually have videos. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube, you're gonna find it. Right. After I'm done talking about this, or whatever this live is done,
Are you talking about the shoes? The earth grounding shoes?
No, they're grounding shoes, but that's not what I'm talking about. You can get some foil, you get like a copper, zinc wire, and basically it's some tape. And you get like anything that has a third prong on it, like any plugs you plug into the wall, but there's a third prong on it, you can take that off. And you attach it to the cord, you attach it to the foil, and you can plug it into the third prong in the wall. And whenever you touch this prong, this is connecting to a copper rod somewhere outside the house that's connecting into the earth. And this is getting electrons. And so you can stay connected to the earth and still be in your house. Like you can have it going out your window or something. Like I had a nail outside my window. I had to put it through the window and some shit. But you can just put it in the third prong in the wall. So even if it is cold, you can still be connected to the universe.
That's right.
By grounding, you're connecting yourself to the universe.
There's a video. We have a video.
We got the video.
There's a video on Carbonation TV on YouTube.
Hit the remote.
Get the remote. What is it called?
Look, I wanted to go back to that to what you were saying about nigga.
Wait. All right. Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Can you tell me what video that is?
I'll go back to that. Go to the ground.
We got a couple. What's the most recent one? What's the name of our most recent grounding?
Oh, it's gonna be called
Either type in grounding with carbonation.
That's the one.
More coming.
Grounding and carbonation. That's how I used to watch my videos. Just like
Oh, on the TV.
Yeah,
I
I like my videos.
called grounding with carbonation.
Yo, do you believe in grounding meditation without even being connected to the earth?
But now it makes sense.
I mean, don't worry about that one. Meditation, number one, meditation is just focus. Meditation is whatever you get into a flow with. So whether you're rapping and that puts you into a meditation, whether you're running laps, you gotta go work out, that puts you into a focused flow to where you can think clearly, whether it's writing poetry, whether it's cooking, whatever your meditation is, it's whatever your focus is, whatever it puts you in that flow. That's what meditation is. So
You see?
Meditation is just focused thinking.
It's a completion of one thought. Because a lot of people have scattered thoughts and aren't able. That's why people try to meditate because they're not able to focus in
Is that it right there?
on thought.
Is it this one? How to create a grounding pad?
yeah,
That's the one because it talks about grounding, but it also teaches you how to make a grounded bed.
Right. It's gonna have a picture on it.
Watch that shit. Because that's the knowledge of God. That's when you get to start living, right? Living the knowledge. Because talk about it all day. At a certain point in time, you gotta start doing something.
That's my issue with most of the Black conscious community. Most of the Black conscious community has a lot of information but very little application. If you follow these schools of thought, you can follow the teachers and you'll see that they're not going nowhere. What's the point of me following this leader and grasping his knowledge if I'm going to be right there on the same bus with the dude that's living on the side of the street drinking Florida? That's real. That's good. I might as well just go on the street with him. Shit, that's the problem I had.
No one was making no movement. Literally, I was like, well, I was waiting for people to like make movement and give me some type of knowledge that was gonna like fill me with some type of fulfillment. It wasn't until I found my mom for Prophet Christ who was telling me about grounding, was telling me about proper eating. He was really giving me the full package. Where I was like, yo, like I can really apply this to my life, and that's what separates us, Carbonation, from all the Prophet Christ, different from the rest. Dick Gregory, he ain't gonna tell you nothing. Bobby Hibbert ain't gonna tell you nothing. Bill Valentine, everything, he ain't gonna tell you nothing. He gonna teach you this and right, like, yep, come to the election. That's what they always do. That come to the election.
It's like church.
Right.
It's like the Black conscious community is like another form of church where you go to the presentation and you're like, woo, I bought tickets, we feel good, and you go right back to the same job you left from before you came.
Exactly.
So you're not doing the Sunday service, but on the Wednesday now. Go eat the same food that's killing you, drink the same water that's killing you, live in the same environment that's killing you. Great. We have a DVD.
Right.
Great. We have T-shirts. Great. We have all of these books and stuff, but we're not taking any action. What good is knowledge without application?
It's useless. It's useless.
You wanna go back to the nigga thing?
Yeah, what I'm trying to get you to understand is a lot of people in the Black conscious community are throwing useless information at you to get your curiosity piqued. Like, ooh, I want to know about this. I want to know about the ancient tomb of Sekhmet Ra Mumen. I want to know about the glowing orb ball from the 32nd planet in the Trimestosphere. That sounds cool. But I'm trying to get you to understand, the word nigga is not going to hurt you more than those advertisements that's telling you to eat chicken.
That's a fact.
The nigga is not going to do nothing to you like the chemtrails going to touch you. The word nigga is not going to hurt you like that lack of sunlight and that vitamin D deficiency. So don't get trapped up in these head wrap, African drum beating people talking about knowledge of self in a form that's not going to actually transform your life. They want to play games. They just want to turn and dabble in this nonsense. It's called intellectual masturbation. It's called intellectual hogism. They just want to be filled with knowledge so they can walk around with this hat on and this color flag and this type of t-shirt. But look at them. They're not going nowhere. What distinguishes the most honorable prophet, a leader of the Christ, from all other teachers, all other leaders, is the actual movement of a people.
Right. And you know what's funny? We're doing the same thing with knowledge. Well, we're doing the same thing with knowledge like we're doing with money. We've been deprived of knowledge for like so many years that now it's like, oh, we get it. Now we're walking around, we shining with it. We're like, oh, I got this knowledge, oh, I got that knowledge. Just like we do with money, just like we do with cars. Just like now we've got equal, so-called equal to our master. And now we're utilizing the knowledge as something to flaunt. Like, oh, well, I got the most knowledge. Well, I have the, you know what I'm saying? That's how we utilize it. So you have to see.
It's like
that's what people do.
Type shit.
Right. That's what they're doing with it. So you gotta peep what people are doing, because people will get you trapped in these little seminars. They'll get you trapped to going every Saturday, every Sunday. You'll get trapped going to these seminars, not realizing like, wait a minute, I'm giving $5 a day and buying a ticket. I'm going here for work. I'm not doing my life. And you can see the very knowledge that they apply to their whole life to see where it gets you. The knowledge that they're teaching you, they're not applying to their life, and it's not benefiting them. Guess what? You can believe that you're gonna end up just like them, nowhere, coming to lectures and seminars, and it's not gonna get you nowhere, bro. You gotta keep what they're doing. It's all a game, just to keep you. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Oh shit.
Alright, go ahead.
Unless we continue, I gotta take a piss, so I'm about to get back to nature. You feel me? I'll be right back.
I was gonna tell them to go outside. All the things that
You always go outside.
program that's keeping you there. What's up, bro? It's subconscious programming. That's what you really need to be focused on right now. Because you can, like I said, consciously you can open it. Consciously you can talk about this shit all day. The
I got
action
another question.
is to reprogram the subconscious. Go ahead.
Like, you guys grow your own like vegetables and fruits and stuff like that?
We got a garden out back. We actually always do that. We always start a garden. We want, I don't know if you've seen the messages we put out recently, but we ain't gonna be here long. We're gonna build a village. We're gonna have a whole village based on the byproduct itself. Of course, growing your own food is a part of that. It's about self-sustainability. It's about separating yourself from that system. Everything that we do is about self-sustainability. Like this knowledge of life gets you to your natural environment where you belong, where your food grows, where your clean water flows, where there's clean air, where you can receive UVB sunlight. You get all of your elements. You're taking control of all of your elements. You shouldn't have to need to pay a bill to thrive in your own life.
I got a question for you, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're in prison, right? Do you think it would be smart to grow food in prison? Or would it be smart for us to escape prison? And then we worry about the food later.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't know how you're supposed to grow food in prison now.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to get you to understand as far as Babylon. A lot of people can't see Babylon as a prison. The same way that an animal in the zoo can't see it as a zoo. When you are born and raised in the prison, you think that is the normal way of life. What we're trying to tell you is that you need to get out of the prison. Growing food should be the last thing on your mind. You have to play life like chess. Position yourself in an environment where you're able to grow food. A lot of people think that they can grow food in Babylon, but they're not understanding that there's a military that can literally come in and do with you as they so please. There's a police force that can do with you as they so please. There's a judicial system. There's a whole enemy in front of you. Why would I ever establish camp, establish a nation in the same territory of my enemy? The greatest move that black people can do, the greatest move that anybody can do who are in Babylon is to first acknowledge the prison, accept that you're a prisoner, accept that you're a zoo animal, and leave. Would you think that the zoo animals, if released from the zoos, would start buying properties and growing food in Tennessee? Does a tiger belong in Tennessee? Does a lion belong in California? No. These animals would return to their natural state and begin to get back in tune from where they came from. But we, as a people, have gotten so disconnected and so cocky and have the audacity to think that we can live wherever we want to, and not acknowledging the fact that there is a specific place that is more beneficial and more catered to the human design in the Northern Hemisphere. And that place is the tropics, between the tropical Cancer and the tropical Capricorn. It's not hard.
That's like
understand.
That's like Belize and Panama, right?
There's multiple countries between the tropical Cancer and the tropical Capricorn, but those two places that you named are within the tropical Cancer and the tropical Capricorn.
That's where all your food. That's where all real food comes from. All the food in organic sector, Costa Rica, non-GMO food. That's where it all comes from.
Wait, so could you like let's say I took a flight to Belize, you know what I'm saying? I got there, I got my tent and everything. I go into the jungle. There, like I don't have to pay for food, right? Like the food, like I can just pick up food.
Going towards worry. That's what we just.
I'm just asking.
Don't look. I gotta catch you. Don't do that.
That's a frequency.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You have to understand, like, you have to understand that your thoughts, you have to keep a positive mindset. People that go out like that, those are the people that end up coming back to Babylon because you're already vibrating the frequency of worry. You're already thinking that, oh, I have to do this, this, and this in order to get this. That is a Babylon program. Remember, we were talking about the subconscious mind and reprogramming the subconscious mind. That is a default setting that you go to when you think about living on your own or setting out sail to go somewhere to a natural environment. You automatically think that I have to work in order to get food. That's not how it works. You just have to stay on that high vibrational frequency. I'm telling you, as soon as you start proclaiming, as soon as you start using your gifts, and you start getting the information out there, and you see the miracles of the universe, just take that as a small little reminder, like, hey, yep, we're going to give you what you need. Don't worry about anything else. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and you're going to get the blessings. And notice every time you get a blessing, notice that it's a universe, and stay on that frequency. Don't ever get to the point where you're like, well, I have to go work. You don't have to work. All you have to do is proclaim the kingdom. All you have to do is tap into your gift and utilize it. That's what you're here to do.
So you ask yourself, number one, are you in your natural environment? And if you're going towards your natural environment, you have to know that that's the right thing to do. So you know you're doing the right thing already, no matter what. So the universe is definitely going to support you, especially if you're proclaiming the kingdom. Put all your energy, put all your focus, not into worry, not into what you're going to do, but put it into proclaiming the kingdom, and doors are going to open up for you. You know, like my whole story on how I left is crazy. If I told you how things lined up for me to be standing here right now, then you'd be like, wow, how the fuck did you know that? I didn't know. I just said I didn't know.
So what now?
Yeah, so the Honorable Prophet Ezekiel Christ showed me the value of this story, right? Basically, Jesus, who's it, Peter? Yeah, so Jesus is out here walking on water. These niggas are out here walking on water. These niggas think they see a ghost, they looking at the water. They're like, oh shit, that's Jesus. And Jesus said, hey, come out here too. Come walk on the water with me. Come over here. Jesus over here, standing on the water, walking on the water. This nigga Peter, he started walking on the water, and he's doing it. He's like, wow, okay, he's doing it. But then he starts to worry. Then he starts looking at the waves, he starts seeing the clouds and the lightning, and he's like, shit, this is dangerous, oh my God. And he starts to drown, he starts to sink. He's sinking water because he worried about the wrong thing. He put his focus onto the wrong thing. Jesus gonna pick him up and like, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah, little faith. That's what he said. Yeah, little faith. Pull him out the water. It was like, yo, like, if only you have faith and blessings, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you have to do is have faith, walk on water. Is what we're doing here. We're walking on water. You're walking on the unknown. You're proving to yourself that you are God. You can say that you are God all you want, but if you ain't walking like God, if you ain't walking like you rule this universe, like this is you, like everything is you, like you are a God, what is it? You're here to validate that to yourself. You're not prove that to yourself. So don't worry about what you're going to eat. Don't worry about where you're going to sleep. Just do the right thing, bro. Focus on kingdom. Everything else will be added unto you.
And it's difficult.
It's different like that. It's difficult to intellectualize that. You gotta realize it.
We belong into a world that literally put God and money in the same category. Subconsciously, that money to you is God. Whether you consciously can deny that or not, you have a deeply ingrained attachment to money. I can only tell you so much. It's not until you actually say, this is what it's going to be because I said so and because I have a pure heart and I'm willing to go out and do the righteous thing, I know the universe got me. It's not until you actually move on that, put that into motion, will you be able to look back at somebody in the camera and say, yo, the universe actually works. It actually does have it. It's only so much you can verbally talk to somebody with. But to actually get out here to gain the experience and gain the wisdom is a whole nother world, because the Most High Prophet and Leader of Christ teaches us that feeling is normal. I'll give you a little piece of my journey. I'm not going to be long. Little piece, right? On my way out of Babylon, I said that I'm willing to die because I know what's going on in Babylon. I was in the military, so I was willing to die there. So I basically just changed that attitude to nature. I was like, okay, I'm willing to die in the military, so I guess I'm willing to die to leave the system too. And secondly, I seen a lot of bums, a lot of alcoholics on the street, but they'd be there for months. I'm like, wait, he ain't got no job, but he ain't dead either. So some type of way, this nigga is surviving with no money. So apparently the idea that you need money to survive is being disproved by this local bum up the street. So I took that attitude and I said that I would much rather be a bum on the streets with no idea of what I'm going to do in the tropics, rather than be a bum with no idea of what I'm going to do in New York, in Chicago. I said I need to get to the tropics, and that's the only thing I know. I didn't know air, I didn't know water, I didn't know how to blink, I didn't know what hair was, I didn't know what skin was, I didn't know about worry, I didn't know what fear was. The only thing I knew was I need to get to the tropics or I'm going to die with the rest of these people who have no idea what's going on. And that type of attitude pushed me right to where I needed to be, and I've been going ever since.
That's the seriousness you have to have. I'm telling you, you have to have that sort of drive. In order for you to do this, I'm telling you, you have to have this, consistency, communication consistency. What is it? Communication consistency. Right. You gotta have those. I'm telling you. Gotta have those, because that is really what's going to really push you forward. When I left, I had $40 in my pocket. I didn't even hit Chief up until I was mid-flight. I was like, yo, regardless, I'm gonna be there, because I'm like, regardless of that, if they don't show up airport, guess what, I'm going out to nature, I'm gonna die to this. Rather than being in that concrete jungle, brothers, it's not gonna do. They're gonna literally harness you and treat you like a battery, and you're gonna work for the rest of your life in there, in that system, until you transcend. And I was not about to do that. I was like, I'm going out to nature, yo. And that's the attitude I had. I was literally like you said, I seen bums in my area. I was like, yo, I seen bums. I know what that's like. They don't need nothing all day, every day. I'll be straight. I know I'm going to be good. And another thing I want to tell you too is when I started trusting in the universe and I started applying that knowledge and I really started for 4 months, I stopped working for 4 months. I stopped working, bro. I had miracles. People were dropping money in my lap, bro. Literally. I'm telling you, when you do that and you really just trust in the universe, I'm saying complete trust, all out, just, you know what I mean? You're going to see the universe bless you, bro. Hell yeah.
I've been doing that. I've been working a job since early 2017, bro. And I'm still eating, you know what I'm saying? I changed my whole diet, but here's the thing, I I ain't doing like to get my income. I'm not doing something like legal in their terms. You feel me?
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about that. Hold that in. Hold that in. I get what you're saying. I
want to resonate with it though. I want to resonate with you real quick because you're already on the right step. Because I was doing the same thing as you, man. Bro, like I made music. I was around all kind of like, all around certain type of people, and honestly, I was getting my money. And let me tell you this right now. Everything we told you is gold. You can take it to the sun. You got it straight from cheap. As well as we've already applied it, you can obviously see us standing here and you standing there. So you gotta value what we're telling you to have
absolutely
for something. So I didn't have an ID. I didn't have a passport. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a car. I didn't have none of that. All I had was a broken phone and a broken laptop and a computer that I made beats on. And I was making beats for free for these people. And I was also doing a little something on the low to get by. But that's all I was doing. All I was doing was get by. It wasn't until I put that down. Actually, I had literally quit doing that. I literally stopped doing that. I just stopped doing it. And I stopped looking for jobs, stopped all of that shit. What happened was, I found out I had more, I put all my energy into the kingdom. I started connecting to reflections. I started connecting to other people who were on the same frequency. I only started talking to people who were on the frequency. I'd be on the phone for hours with other people on the same frequency. Next thing you know, for like one day, like after I had put all this stuff, let all this stuff go, like a day later, bro, somebody came and dropped off like $800. They just dropped it off to you because it was on the frequency. They saw it was on the frequency. They said, here, get your ID, get your passport. They gave me some earpods. We talked about cheap all night. They went and bought me avocados and all kind of shit like that. And this is all in one day. Like I just dropped everything. I'm like, damn, this is it. Like, yo, I started, like, after this, I started realizing, okay, once I put my focus on what matters, now, okay, the universe is clearly telling me, the universe is clearly telling me to use this money, not to put back into the shit I was doing, trying to make more money, no, but use it to get the things that I need. It wasn't giving me, don't get what I want, but get what I need. Got my ID, got my passport. And then
I realized, like, I got those blessings from the universe, but I easily got tricked into using it into my lower self desires, thinking that this is gonna make me more rich, but it's like, it actually just made me like back down.
You failed. You failed. And that's what happened. You failed. But you fell forward. Did you learn a lesson, or you gonna do the same thing again?
I learned a lesson. You know what I'm saying? That was learned.
Exactly. Anytime you do the right thing, bro, like anytime you do the right thing, you're going to be rewarded. But if you fuck up, if you fall, it's okay. As long as you learn your lesson. Like, okay, your path, your journey was a little harder. But guess what? Now when you make it out, you have more to offer people when you reach back. You go, oh, I did this and I did this already. Don't do it, bro. Now you got more wisdom to offer people. I'm not saying keep fucking up, but what I am saying to you is if you learn your lesson, are you going to start to do the right thing now?
Yes.
I just told you. Bro, and after I figured it out and I realized, I confirmed it to myself, oh shit, I'm God. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Next thing you know, another $800 came in for a flight. We had booked 2 tickets to Belize instantly. And I ended up canceling those tickets, and I said, fuck it, I just went into Mexico. And once I didn't know where I was going to go, what I was going to do. Once I was in Mexico, I just drove into Mexico from California. Once I was there, somehow one of the guys I was with, Chief, on the phone, he had Chief on the phone, I'm like, hold on, you talking to Chief? What? And then things just worked out to where I was able to go there. First, I had to sleep in a bus stop for 5 days with $0. After on the 5th day, somebody sent me in $600. Somebody sent me $600 on the 5th day at the bus stop. And it got me running. And now I'm here.
I mean, let me ask you something, though. All those days that you was sleeping at this bus stop with no money in your pocket, you kept that faith in you, like, nah, this is gonna work out.
Yeah, I was walking around, bro. I was looking crazy. My hair was like looking crazy. I was looking skinny as fuck. I was looking crazy, bro. And I'm walking around to people speaking Spanish. Like, I don't even speak Spanish like that. I'm over here teaching. You know your God? Did you know your God? I'm just going around teaching, bro. I was teaching. They asked me, what is that? Oh, it's a solar panel. You see the sun? You're getting energy from the sun for free. I'm over here just teaching people about stupid shit, small shit, but all day. Every day, and these people are bringing me food for free. I'm sitting at a bus stop. These people are bringing me like bean burritos and shit for free because I'm vegan. Like, so, you know, it's like couldn't eat much, but they're doing what they could. Bro, homeless people were taking care of me, bro. Like, bro, and I'm teaching them. When I left, they gave me a ring with like a lightning on it. They carried my bag,
Yeah,
into the bus. Niggas started taking care of me, bro.
You got all this excuse.
Bro, facts. And you got that shit. Yo, that day, money came in. $600 came in about straight. It was more than nothing. I only did like $100, $20.
It's a simulation, bro.
And those same people those people who gave me the money, they all told me, let me know how they got paid back. Everybody got paid back. So it's, bro, just give and focus on the kingdom, bro.
Almost like so.
Bro. Like this shit is real. It's
No,
not
I believe, bro. I believe that. I believe that, bro.
Hey, man, that's an action. Let's make that into an action.
It's one thing to know, it's a whole other thing to do. You don't want to sit, you just want to sit on the knowledge and not do nothing with it. Now that you have this knowledge, I can tell that you may be a little bit discouraged because you made mistakes. But you gotta understand, the most honorable prophet and leader of Christ teaches us that the master has failed more times than the student has even tried. So failure in the minds of people is the opposite of success, when actually failure is a part of success. You fail, you figure out what you did, what you can do differently, and you push forward. And you might fail again, but you do the same process over and over again. Failure is not an excuse not to try. Failure is not an excuse to quit. Failure is not an excuse to keep going, man.
Everything's for yourself growth. Everything's for yourself growth. So it's like, that's the way I look at it. I don't care how bad the situation is. It's for your self growth and how you gonna react to it. Like, how you gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna do after that, basically.
And it's also a test. The universe is gonna test you. A lot of this stuff is going to happen to you. Test, bro. I'm telling you. I went through tests. It's gonna test you to test your faith. It's like you get knowledge, right? Well, how are you gonna know that knowledge is useful, or how are you gonna know that's something that's gonna work if you never get tested? You never actually get in a position where you have to utilize knowledge and be like, oh, wow, that's true. You know what I mean? So your faith is going to get tested. Your faith in the universe and doing what you're supposed to do and walking this righteous path is going to be tested by people, places, things, all of your lower self-desires and the things that you love. Those are going to be the very things that are going to test you. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Family, all that. It's all going to test you.
Yeah. The universe knows exactly how to fuck with you, bro.
That's your subconscious mind.
It knows all your attachments. It knows all the things that you like. It knows everything that might keep you from doing the right thing.
Right.
Morals over desire.
That's right. And MODs.
MODs. And we were talking, Chief was talking about this in Islam today. Loyalty. If you have loyalty, this is just like commitment for the 3 C's. If you have loyalty to the right thing, loyalty to the mission, loyalty to yourself, really, your higher self, being the best you, bro, like it don't matter what kind of desire is gonna come off. Like, no, I'm really dedicated. I'm gonna focus on something. I'm an honorable character. Like, no, like, bro.
I just thought you just sparked me too, because this is a war with self. You're only dealing with yourself.
That's a fact.
Every part of yourself is going to be a promotion to your higher self or a distraction to keep you in your lower self. I'll give you an example, right? When I went vegan, my Babylon grandmother all of a sudden felt like cooking breakfast. And her breakfast included sausage, eggs, bacon, grits, pancakes, biscuits, everything I love. And I'm looking like, oh, you usually don't cook this. You usually ain't throwing down in the kitchen like that. But I knew that it was my universe testing. So I always have to constantly battle myself to say no. And after a while, I started realizing, why would I constantly put myself in an environment where I have to constantly reject and down to this person? I remove myself from the situation. The universe is always going to put you in a position where you either accept the lower self or you reject it and move towards the higher self. So I said, I'm not going to go back and forth with an environment that's actually suggesting this to me. I want to get around people who I don't have to explain about veganism. I don't have to explain to them why we should eat meat. This is what carbonation represents. Carbonation represents the epitome of peopletarianism. We have surpassed veganism. We have surpassed vegetarianism. We have surpassed pescatarianism. Whatever niggas coming up with now, we have surpassed that because we know that there's no greater source of information and energy and food than people. I don't have to explain veganism here where I'm at now. I had to explain the importance of UVB. I don't have to explain the importance of being in a natural environment, connecting to the earth, and understanding astrology. I don't have to explain that. The only thing I have to do now is keep this knowledge and give it back to people who may not necessarily understand it so they can get to where I am.
Right.
You don't stay in a situation and stay stagnant and attached to what appears to be your Babylon family. What appears to be your Babylon family is nothing more than a lower self version of you.
So subconscious, you just said it. It is your subconscious. Like Ron next to you is your subconscious. He represents something. He's something in your chart. But both of y'all, us, we represent something. We are something in your chart. We are just your subconscious. We're a projection of your own mind. There is no floor beneath your feet. It's all just a test. Never forget that it's all just a test. But it is all being recorded. And in the end, you will judge yourself based on what you did. So check this out. Tonight, it seems all nice, it's all fun, we build it, but you're actually being convicted. That's all you need to know. It's convicted. Hey, that shit was good. It was real.
Y'all doing good.
You gotta say it.
Gotta let go of what's all over serves you, though. That's what I was gonna say. Let go of what's all over serves you. People, places, things, all of these things are saying is a test of your reality.
Life is alive.
Gotta let that go.
Abruptly, but we back.
You back in no warning. Q&A. Part 2. Q&A with the guys.
Peace to the gods.
Peace to the gods.
Let's get it. Shout out to my chief.
Shout out to the most humble prophet of Christ. We powerful. Because he made us powerful.
That's a fact.
Reflecting the light.
All the light.
You already know.
That's a fact. Boom. Oh yeah, no Q&A.
Was that real tough shit?
Let's get some
Real tough.
It's not as we thought.
next one.
I wanted to call in earlier. Oh yes. What you just said. The initial approach was.
What kind of question?
Yeah. I got it. That's not. I don't think she gonna pick up.
Hold on a second.
Connected.
Somebody else.
Some of them might not even see it.
Oh, that's the young one. Get him in. Young one. Yeah. Are you ready?